Hey YouTube, Epic Beard Dude here again, and today I want to make not a long video, but kind of like, probably gonna be a 10-minute video, because, you know, I rant and I rave and everything, but today's topic is gonna be my health anxiety, and how I'm gonna try and deal with it. Hopefully it can help someone who's ever is watching these videos. So yeah, let's get right into it. I've had health anxiety since I was 14 years old. Now I'm 21 and I still have it. So that's 7 years of health anxiety that I don't need. It all started when I found this knife in the woods. It was my friend's old knife. My friend lost a knife out in the woods. We were at his house, and I found this old little knife, and I'm like, dude, look at this. He's like, oh, that's my old knife. No way. He's like, be careful if you cut yourself on that. I'm like, it's not gonna open. And it was so rusted and everything. Like, it was so rusted, we couldn't even get it open if we tried. He's like, if you get cut in that, you're gonna get AIDS. I'm like, what? I'm like, what is AIDS? And he's like, look it up. And I did look it up. Being, you know, the person that I am, I Google everything. I Google my symptoms. And, caused my anxiety to really rise that day, the whole week, actually. My friend said to me, I was only joking. And I'm like, you caused a lot of stress for me. And he's like, I'm sorry, Mark, I was only joking. I'm like, you don't joke about a disease like that. You just don't joke about something like that. Any disease, really. Like cancer, I can't stand jokes about cancer. Because I lost someone to cancer. I mean, no, I'm smoking right now. I've only been smoking 3 or 4 years, yeah, but still. Am I going to smoke for 10 years? I hope not. But, low battery. 20% battery left on my phone. But, I noticed that I'm really thin. Now, I've been like, my body type is slim. Like, I've been slim for about 5 years now. After I was taking 8 medications a day for my anxiety and depression back in 6th grade. And, I ballooned in weight. And I wasn't sad or anything that I gained weight. And, I was 210 pounds, and I stopped taking the medicine, and I dropped in weight. I am now only 100, I think 30 in weight, but I'd like to gain at least 20 more pounds. So, my friend's like, oh, you got, and a different friend, about a year ago, oh, you got AIDS. I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up. I'm like, just shut up. So, he's like, Jesus, man, I was joking. I'm like, don't joke about that stuff. It's serious. Like, you know, that's so serious. Like, you don't joke about that. That's one thing with someone with health anxiety, whether you're 14 or even 50 years old. Doesn't matter how old you are. You can't tell someone with health anxiety that kind of thing. Like, when I had my kidney stone, my health anxiety was through the roof. That was only 2-3 weeks ago, and the stone still has not passed. And I messed up by eating too much sodium having too much sodium in my diet, and my friend Snapchatting me. But I had too much sodium in my diet, and that's what caused my stone. And I had so much health anxiety, I thought my appendix was gonna go. So, it just goes to show you that health anxiety, sometimes it's really not something major, or it could be something major that you do need to go to the hospital for. Like, I had a panic attack one night and I could not breathe. Because anxiety does that to you. and I had to call the ambulance. And I felt kind of stupid because it was anxiety. They ran tests on me, and they're like, yeah, that's just saying you just had a really bad panic attack. Oh, just cracked my neck. Oh, that hurt. That's one thing I shouldn't do, is crack my neck. But I still do it. But anyways, when I went to the hospital for my anxiety, I didn't know what it was, and it was just a panic attack. I said to them, I thought I was having a heart attack. I have a lot of health anxiety. Like, my health anxiety got so bad, like, at work, I wore nitrile gloves. I got extra pair right here for taking out the trash at home right now. Because it's the trash that I don't want to touch that shit with bare hands. Ugh. But at work I wear the nitrile gloves, and I wear a thick pair of like leather gloves over my nitrile gloves when I'm doing trash, because you don't know what's in the trash at work, outside or in the building, like the break room trash is only food and stuff, and cigarette packs from empty cigarette packs that employees have and they just toss in there. But I found a needle once in the trash, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this tonight. I just can't touch this trash. And they understood. And one of the other people, they picked it out of the trash with like a little grabber thing, They grabbed it out of the trash with like a grabber, extend reach thing, like a reacher to grab something with a hook on it. And I don't know how they did that. I couldn't even do it with like a 10-foot grabber, because I'd be panicking the whole time. And I have a very bad fear of needles, even though I got my septum pierced. But I clean this as much as I can. But with health anxiety, like, I remember when people on Facebook were posting about listeria, and I'm like, what the fuck is listeria? What is this new disease that just got announced? And I didn't worry about it. I don't drink unpasteurized milk, and I don't eat food that it's in, so I didn't worry about it. When I first heard of the person coming into the United States with Ebola, I worried. Like, I worried. Because, I think they went through Maine to... I can't remember which state they went through, but it was close to me. And so I got dust masks. I had rubber gloves. Any cut I had, like on my finger, it was sanitized, just like, that. I can't really snap my finger. There we go. Any cut I had on my hand, sanitized. Any bruise, I would wash it immediately. So, even at work, I'd wipe down any surface I could to make it clean. And I still do that just to make it look good. But it's not much of the health anxiety anymore. It's more to make it look better in the store. So, yeah. But, like, the media, they don't know how to cover diseases. They really do not know how. Like, I remember when swine flu, I think it was a thing in 2008. I heard about that and I worried about it. Getting a cigarette. God damn. But, I worried about swine flu for no real reason. That's one thing with health anxiety. I know people are gonna bash me for saying this, but with health anxiety, like me, if I hear about a disease, I think I have it. And usually someone convinces me otherwise, that I don't. They're like, did you look up the symptoms? Yes. Do you feel like you have those symptoms? No. And then why are you worried? Because I have anxiety. So, anxiety can play a part in learning new things, such as diseases. That's why I could not be in the medical field. Like someone I know, they're in the medical field, or my biological mother, she was in the medical field, and she's seen stuff and done stuff I could just, She was working with older patients, like 60s and older. And I couldn't do that. because of my health anxiety. But sometimes the health anxiety goes away for a while, and it comes back for a while. That's the thing with anxiety. You can't let it control everything you do, because you're not going to be happy. I learned that the hard way, and the easy way, and the hard way, with and without medication, because I don't want to take medication for my anxiety. I have therapy for that, for my anxiety. So it goes to show you don't always need medication, maybe therapy, or just even someone to talk to, like a friend that you can trust. And like I said, the media doesn't cover very well on disease or illness and disease, I should say. They just want to sell and sell and sell, because, you know, oh, this man got, I don't know, polio. They had to contain him, or something like that. Like, I heard in 2010 some man, or something, I can't remember how long ago it was, but some man contracted polio again. Well, not again, but he had it, and it was like, oh my God, they had to, like, quarantine the poor guy. He lived, but they had to quarantine he had to be quarantined. So just like the bubonic plague is still around, but it's mostly eradicated. So, you know, I don't really try and worry about that stuff, because I have better things to do. So with health anxiety, it is hard, but breathing techniques, like, I learned that if I'm having anxiety over something I can't control, like a disease, I'll say to myself, do I really have that disease? And do I really need to have the anxiety over it? No. Because if it's a disease that's somewhere in some country, 1,000 miles away, in some other country, I tend to not worry, because the media just covers it in such a way that, you know, I've learned to say, well, it's not here, why should I worry? And I used to be a very bad germaphobe. Like, I shake hands now again, because my health anxiety, I wouldn't shake a hand even, unless I had a rubber glove on, and that sucked. Or if I shook a hand, I'd have to wash my hands 2 times. Or I'd have to sanitize my hands. Health anxiety is not easy to work with, but it's something that, you know, if it goes away, that's the greatest thing to happen with it. If it comes back, there's ways to deal with it. And I'm going to put some links down below on, you know, articles and everything that you can read to, you know, cope with it, you know, because I know I'm not alone. And for the 10 people that watch this, maybe 10 people that do watch this, you guys are not alone. Whoever watches this, you're not alone. And there's help, as with any other mental illness or mental phobia or fear. With any other fear, or I shouldn't have said mental illness, but because that didn't sound right, sorry about that. But with any fear or any phobia, really, there's help. You know, people are always willing to help, and I've realized that along the way with my health anxiety and random phobias that I've picked up along the way and just dropped along the way. Because about a week ago, I did get sick, and I still am sick. You can hear it in my voice, and my stomach's been hurting. And not to sound gross, but I've had a little bit of diarrhea here and there. And I've been sweating from my armpits. But I just looked at the thermometer in the house, and it's 70 degrees in the house right now. And I'm bundled up for winter. I have my Oakley jacket on. And I got my friggin' hoodie on with a friggin' hat that I'm wearing, a beanie hat. And in my room, it's probably like 74 or something, because I have a heater on all the time, because it gets cold at night. Because it's like -2 or 3 degrees, and I don't want to sleep with a jacket on, because that'd be weird. Well, I have before, but Yeah. It just sucks with health anxiety with me because, you know, if I start feeling sick, I'm like, what do I have now? What do I have now? What do I have now? What disease did I get? What disease are they going to test me for if I go to the hospital over it? Because I'm having anxiety over it. And my stomach pain, I think that boils down to not eating right, because I do not eat right. I don't really eat vegetables or fruit, and I got to start that again. I got to start doing that again. Because I just I can't keep eating Hot Pockets every day because I'm not going to feel good every day. Or every month I'm not going to feel good for every day out of the month. Because I'm not eating right and I need to eat right. So that plays into my health anxiety too, because if I don't eat right, I'm going to feel like shit all the time. So I'm now just getting over a panic attack right now. I was texting my friend and she knows how it is. So yeah, it's not easy, but there is help out there. And, you know, it's a great thing to know that there's help out there. Because people are willing to help and people are willing to get that help. Now that was my rant on health anxiety. I'll see you guys in the next video.